I'm curious to hear your perspective coming from Sweden
Mm-hmm.
opposed to America,
Mm.
because I think America in particular, in my
Yeah.
experience, has a very working
Oh
culture.
no, you guys work like crazy.
And I think it's so deep in my mind and
Mm.
from the people that I grew up with
Mm.
and that I'm surrounded
Yeah,
by,
yeah, yeah.
it's not what's not promoted is exploration,
Mm.
freedom,
Exactly.
creative, like just go
Exactly.
out and go shoot photos
Yeah.
in Central Park for the sake of doing it
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I grew up in a place and I still feel like I'm surrounded by people that are you going to do this thing and is it going to make you money?
Yeah.
Or is it going to push you in your career? Is there
Exactly.
a purpose behind it other than because you want to?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I do things anymore because I want to. There's always something behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, and I think that's also one of those realizations that I've had because and again, that has come from all the things outside of work.
Mm,
It's like me becoming even more in touch with my friends, I think, because I was prepping a show in Sweden, so I had a lot of time, and a lot of time, like very like working hours. So I had a lot of times to go to nice dinners and
yeah.
like hangouts and like, really connect, as I
Mhm.
was like about to leave also. So that was great. And then in June, July, I met my person, and that was also like totally like revolutionating for me. It was like seeing like a wide range of colors that I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. And yeah, again, that gave me so much perspective, which was like, oh wait, I don't like there's so few things that I need to like actually do. Like in the end, I
Mm,
need to like make sure I obviously work so I have money to pay rent and
yeah.
like food and necessities, of course.
Mm,
um and then I need to take care of myself. I need to sleep well, I need to eat well, I need to exercise, and then I need to look after my people around
yeah.
me. But it's very a handful of things. If you actually look at the depths of it, it's like so many things that we don't need to do really,
Right.
just so like unimportant.
Mm,
um and that really got me to a stage of like, oh, I don't need to take this as seriously. Like let's have fun with it, and
yeah.
like we can still work hard, like don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong, like it's just that's like a necessity. It's like a
Yeah.
obvious thing, but it's like let's how do we make it fun? Like how do we make it alive and like make it feel like we're going in and then we're going out somewhere we didn't expect to go.
Right.
And it's like I think that for me has been like the biggest thing of this year, honestly, and
That's
something
huge.
I
Yeah.
really want to keep pushing so
Mm,
hard and like have more of those experiences where it's like, let me just go in this way and see where I come out. Like
mm,
I don't need to like get something out of this. Like it's just for the fun of it.
right.
And with film also, you probably feel the same, but it's like even though you had like a horrible shoot, like just creatively, it can still be a good time.
Yeah.
It's like if you have the
Especially
right
because the
people.
people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have the right people and you make it fun, and like it's still a good time. It's like you will still like learn something, like some technical aspect or like some human aspect or whatever. So I think it's this like thing of like always, as you said, like it needs to be so result based, and
Yeah.
it's like becomes very toxic. It's
I
like
think it is really tough, especially I think it's something that I deal with a lot, especially
mm,
because, I have the podcast
yeah,
as well, and a few other things. So my brain is very business oriented,
yeah,
and I think sometimes I struggle with wanting to be more artist minded,
yeah,
but I have so much built into my brain
yeah.
that is like,
It's
strive
the way.
for a certain type of success.
Yeah.
And I, as I'm hearing you talk and
Mm,
listening, I'm getting a gauge of kind of like what success means to you
yeah. Yeah.
and the individualized answer of what success means to like to me
Yeah.
versus you.
Exactly.
And mine
So
is
interesting.
definitely different at this current stage, which
Mm,
I think is part of the reason I'm struggling a little bit.
yeah.
And I guess to maybe get a clearer answer at this point in your life, how do you define success for
Mm,
your life?
um, yeah, I don't. Um, I think, yeah, I think it's very easy. It's like just when I feel happy, it's like
Mm.
that's like truly like ultimate success for me. And that usually involves like, you know, doing things that feels like it has like a purpose for me, or like that it has like a very, you know, like inner experience for me in terms of projects, or and again like having fun with it. Like I get a lot of joy from going into things that um, has an outcome that I didn't expect. I think that for me is like a very like human thrilling experience, and something that creates a lot of happiness within me.
Mm.
And then I get a lot of joy from like having that community around me, which is like the people who I share the same energy with. Like we can be
Yeah.
so widely different,
Mm.
but it's like an energy of like compassion
Mm.
and like warmth, and I think enthusiasm is
I
so
love that.
important. It's like just being stoked for
Mm.
whatever. It's like we're going to a show or like a museum, or like just to have like a nice dinner. It's like just being like, this is fun. Like this is
Yeah.
like really, you know, it's like really fun and exciting. Um,
And I think also New York gives you that even
mm,
more.
1000%.
Yeah.
There's so much of that, like the enthusiasm and like drive to like
Mm.
just do things every day, like just try random stuff. And it's a lot more fluid here as well if I
Mm.
compare it to like Sweden, for example. There's much more of a fluidity and like kind
Mm.
of rolling with whatever feels right. And
Right.
then you bump into people and it's like that takes you somewhere else. And you know, but I think it's, yeah, it's very simple for me. I try to like be very much more day to day right now, as I don't think I've ever been, to be honest. It's been very like, there's the thing, and
Mm.
let's see how I get there, you know.
Right.
But now it's like making sure that every day feels nice and has some kind of lesson to it, or and then that will obviously create whatever is over there, you know,
Right.
because that's usually what happens. It's like you look so much ahead, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.